Transparency in the chair. Are you guys wondering what that's all about? Well, I'm here to tell you. I am Kay Simpson Buffet, and we have Ray Fletcher coming to the mic. We have two dynamic stylists that's been in the industry for over 50 years. 50 years of experience, stories, knowledge, a wealth of information to give to you guys. You know, whether we're helping you with relationships, helping you with business ideas, how to handle a certain client or whatever, this is what we're here to do.
With authentic and transparent moments and some of the world's most craziest chairs, we are bringing the juice to you, along with our perspectives, of course.
We always going to start off with a good, juicy topic, give you the body of that thing, and then we're going to end up with some actual factuals. Our show is going to be very transparent. You're going to get all the tea, all the juice on what's going on.
All stories have originated from the chair, be it the salon chair, barber chair, massage chair, facial chair. These are stories and topics that you can relate to, learn from, and grow from.
So we just want you to join us every week as we come through, giving you a little segment of ourselves, and we're just here to share. Tune in.
If I'm wrong, check me on it. We are all slave to the pussy. All of us. We're all slaves to it. Men, we're especially slaves to it. Okay? Now, I know there's going to be some details on it. Just walk me real quick, right?
Yeah.
All right. Men. Not our number one objective, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we do think about it, right? Everything that we do, right? The cars, the money, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What are we doing that for? Are we doing it to flex on our homeboys? Oh, yeah,
Partly.
Yeah, partly. Yeah, but I ain't doing it for them. You doing it for y'all.
Yeah.
So I'm peacocking right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, you know, this is extreme, but you get my point. Like, I took a bath today. What? Not for him, for y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
all
presentable for y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm a good man because my mama raised me right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's an extreme, raunchy way to say it, but we're slaves to the pussy. Women, y'all slaves to it because that dictates a lot of what you do. And I mean, as far as emotion goes, you know what I'm saying? And y'all not being in charge of it because you guys are the life givers. And that is part of, you know, you talk about the spiritual and the chakras and all that. That's part of it. You know what I'm saying? So you're a slave to it biologically. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're talking about being a gay man, well, you being a gay man is part effeminate. So, okay, if you're a lesbian, me too. Okay, so there it is. You know what I'm saying? So we're all slaves to it, and the fact that men have spent so many years accosting y'all on this war, like y'all ain't shit. I don't know why y'all not. Can y'all please take over the world and stop this shit that we got going on, please?
No,
like, why haven't y'all? Like, I'm serious. Like,
No, seriously.
because we're out of balance, and part of the reason why we're out of balance is because we're out of balance with you guys, and that's why I started when I said your sexuality and how you deal with it is so important. It is important on how we deal with it, because part of the reason why I want to jump on you when I get home, because I've been thinking about you all day.
And to all of that, you have also women that are not secure within their body. Like if we've gained weight and all of that, then, you know, you want to turn off the light, even though this is your person for years and years and years. You know, let's
I want to see your perfect imperfections.
But women don't.
They don't. Yeah.
That's why you got all these BBLs going on and this, that, and the other, because people are not comfortable in their bodies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
when a
you're
woman's not comfortable in her body and you're trying to do these moves and these maneuvers and this, that, and the other, she's like, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But when she's confident in how she looks, it's her attire changes. The way she looks at herself changes.
But that's gonna be up to her, though.
Right? Exactly. But then it's still that stigma of why she can't be her all in all for her person. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it takes a village to raise a kid.
Does.
Takes a village to raise an adult too. You are my everything, but you cannot be my everything.
Right.
You might want to say that again.
You are my everything, but you can't be my everything.
Mm-hmm.
I adore my wife. I share a lot with her. I can honestly say she is my best friend. I understand what that means. I did not understand what that meant when I was younger, but I get it. This is the person I live with. She sees me at my highs and my lows. She is my everything, but she cannot be my everything. There are certain conversations that it's not that we can't have. It's just she may not be in the space to have it. She may not have the experience in order to speak on it. So I need that other village, like my elders.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I need that. So while she is my everything, she can't be my everything.
Right.
You know, like for me, there's certain conversations she need to go have with her girlfriends that I'm not gonna get because I'm not a woman.
Yeah. Right. And then you won't grow anyway.
Right.
You can't just
so
rely.
it still takes a village.
Right.
And when we become adults, and especially getting marriages, we think that the village experience is over, and it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you do have couples that literally are like, don't be talking about this to your girlfriends. You know, to keep it between us. No, there's no way, because sometimes you have to have that second opinion. Like, am I on the right track?
Right.
Do I need to get checked? You know what I'm saying? Because you know your friends will check you. Like, no, you wrong.
Your good friends will check you.
Yeah.
Your good friends will
No,
check you.
you're dead wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do this, and maybe you should do that, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it always boils down to a woman's comfortability, you know, in who she is as a person. And if you are my person, it's that, you know, you can sense when your spouse is not comfortable in the area. So, and she doesn't have to sometimes verbalize that. You're very in tune with your person. So it's like, I know if I touch you in a certain area and then she's like kind of moving away a little bit, be in tune with that. Like, okay, this is the area that she's not comfortable.
Right.
So how do I put her in a state of, babe, it's okay.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I love this. You know, like, you have to be in tune with that.
Communication is lubrication.
Right. But even body language is a communication.
Yeah, all of it.
It's a language as well.
All of it.
Sometimes it's not just out of your mouth, but understand about it. Body language can tell you a whole lot.
Right. But sometimes you got to speak it too, though, just to reinforce.
Right.
Sometimes you need to speak it. So some people
sometimes
get out their own head.
us men, we a little stupid. So not on purpose. It's the testosterone.
Right.
Sometimes you just got to tell us.
Yeah.
Didn't I tell you? Yes, you did. I'm sorry. Just tell me one more time.
Right.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially if y'all was like grocery shopping at the same time. You didn't hear nothing I said.
Right.
They are not.
Right.
Yeah.
One track mind. Hear me out, listen to me.
Unless something comes up, like, you know, if you're talking to me and I'm playing video games, you know what I'm saying, depending on where I am, if I'm fighting a boss and something, I didn't hear, I'm nodding because I know that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yes.
I'm supposed to divert some brain power here,
Yes,
but it's some focus.
I didn't retain
right
nothing you
there.
said.
Right, I'm sorry, my bad. I apologize. Now, if you walk in front of me naked, everything is off.
Yep.
I will unplug the PlayStation from the wall, save or no save.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So
communication.
And I'm all ears.
Yeah.
for you though, in the process of getting to where you are in the intellect of intimacy, was it research, like, or did you just wake up one day and was like, okay, this is what, like, what got you to this level now that you are tuning into women and the intimacy of it all? Is it, like, how did you get to this?
So yes, it was research and some personal life experiences. One was hearing some teenagers that I know talk about sex, and a lot of it came from porn, and I was like, wow, that's how I learned too. But how I came to here versus where they were going, it was like something completely different. But I'm a theater kid, right? So there's certain things that you just have to explore. And again, to thine own self be true. And then sex is one of them, because if you're doing a show about sex, no matter where the character is, you have to do the research on how they got there and stuff like that. And then doing character work is really how I really got into it, because all sexual experiences are not the same. And then again, like I said, like, it was so shameful when I finally accepted this is who I am. And yes, I have a high sex drive. That doesn't mean I have a high sex drive no matter what my gender is. I think that is just me. Okay. And I have to accept that. Well, in accepting that, how can I help other people not necessarily have a high sex drive, but have a satisfying sexual experience? Because when I got married, I married the person that did it for me. And I was like around a lot of people that did not. I was like, well, how did you get to this point? Yeah. Like, because I could not. Like, I can't be with someone on a long term that doesn't do it for me intimate wise, right? And that's not just physical intimacy, you know, that is also mental and spiritual intimacy as well.
Yeah.
So I married that person, and part of this journey that I'm going
Mm-hmm.
through is an homage of my love for her, of the blessing that God has given me.
Right.
So that's why I say, like, when it's calling me, because I've had these things before, but it was conversations I was having with my wife. Now it's like, I think I need to get out there and help people. So with that, the more research I was doing, and then, you know, when we got pregnant and stuff, it was a little rough on us. So we just couldn't be intimate like that. So we had to find different ways in order to do it. And we got very creative, but I'm like, man, if I'm sitting here and I'm struggling, and I didn't want to make it seem like to her I was struggling, because I'm like, man, your hormones this is not your fault.
Yeah.
But then she was like, but if my pain is your pain, vice versa.
Right.
Right. And I'm like, okay, I need to I don't have to be like, oh, this is not happening, da 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 da. It's like, hey, I need some attention, you know, and then we take it from there. But I'm like, I'm pretty balanced. I'm like, for those that don't communicate, I'm like, what is out there for people to have that safe space in order to communicate? And especially melanated men. We do not have a space where it is okay to communicate what we need to communicate, because we have questions, but can't go ask your homeboy, because they gon' let
roast
you.
you.
Yeah,
They gonna roast
They
you.
gonna roast
they
you.
may have the same question, but they gonna roast you because
exactly.
of this era
Stigma
or
and-
Who teaches a man intimacy? Because then
Right.
let's go back to porn taught you. You know, you've seen a lot of stuff, you know, growing up with the porn and stuff like that, right? So in porn, there's no intimacy in that. And
Right.
there's none. So I think that's a big breakdown for what intimacy looks like for a man versus intimacy for a woman.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like always, there's this one person in your life that raises you. There's always happens to be that somebody's gonna be older, whether it's the older man or older woman that teaches you that, you know. And if you're not fond of the lesson, then you keep doing the same porn stuff, like the expectation versus what intimacy looks like. Because for me, intimacy would be like, hey, we're laying there together, holding hands in the bed, watching a movie. You know, you might be stroking my hair or you know, something to that. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be we're having sex.
Yeah.
You know, and because of that, then what I've heard in my chair, it's like they don't know how to be intimate. They don't know how to just lay there. Everything, just because I might say, babe, can I get a massage? Does not mean that it's going to end up that we going to bang. Can it just be the
I
massage?
already
You
know
know?
what massage mean in my house.
You know, you understand what I'm saying?
I already know what time it is.
Right, but you know, but it
needs
doesn't
to be-
always have to be that. Can it just be like,
No,
here's the
I think it needs to be a
massage?
conversation though.
Yes.
Yeah,
like,
you know.
like Mike said, he already know when I wear this certain nightgown to bed. He said, "Oh, I know I'm getting something." I said, "That one." He said, "I already know when you put that one on, it's on." I'm like,
Really?
"Really?" And I have to think about it. I'm like, "Damn, it is." But
Wow.
I'm feeling sexy in this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's hugging all the right parts.
Okay.
I'm walking a little different.
Okay.
I get it.
Right.
Because I do have a little bit more confidence in that
Okay.
nightie. You know, that night, because it's a nightgown. It's not even a nightie. It's just a nightgown, but it's like, it's that one. When you wear that one, I know I'm getting something tonight.
So
I'm
funny
like,
story.
Really?
I didn't even know I wear these green shorts, right? Sometimes to bed. And then so I'm like, why is this messing with me? And then so I had to say it one day. He said, I thought the green meant go.
God damn.
I said, I love it. I ain't worn them shorts since.
Man, you wear them shorts for that man.
I think I threw away the shorts. I can't
Don't do
find
that. Go get you some
I
more
bought her
shorts.
shorts for her birthday. She gonna
I
have
said
two pairs.
green means go. I said,
We trying to help you out, Big D. We trying to help you out. Go get some more shorts.
I mean, I said, are you serious? And he said, yeah, that's what I thought.
I love it.
Green means go.
I love
Right.
it.
I was
love
like, okay.
Okay.
But you know, seriously,
now
I
you gotta put
guess
the shorts away.
the communication is, that's why when we say communication is so big, because these are the things I talk about, you know, that we need to discuss.
Yeah.
This is what intimacy looks like to me. I think I had a fear of having that conversation because it's like, you don't get it. Like, I would cringe every time it was like, oh shit, he's up. I'm up. I'm tired. I just want to lay here and I just want to watch some TV because, you know, when you're at work, sometimes you have a vision of, I just want to go home, take a shower, put on my show, and just lay here. And I want him to be here next to me.
But you don't.
But then I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to lay here.
Yeah.
And like, and then if you don't, then it's like, then you could feel the energy. The energy is big as the room. Like, he is hot.
He mad. He mad.
Yeah, what they say? Yeah.
He frustrated.
Frustrated.
He's sexually frustrated.
Right. And then if you're like, babe, I just want to watch TV, then it's like, then they feel the rejection.
So then, or you could correct me.
Yeah.
So do we have the conversation ahead of time?
Yes.
Should you?
Ahead of time.
Hey,
So
I'm gonna lay here.
Because
But don't expect that you're gonna get some ass. Like,
it's gonna,
what does that look like?
It eliminate the thought of rejection at the moment. If you
And if we already have scheduled intimacy time for the week.
schedule the what did you say earlier? The schedule the pleasure? No, you see. Schedule.
Schedule.
I'm incorporating these vocabulary words. I'm like,
They were saying like schedule your date night.
Yeah.
Because you should have a date night that y'all just go out. You should.
Right.
Even if it's like, hey, let's have a picnic in the room.
Right.
But you also should have an intimacy date night that you do not change. So that way, you know what I know? I know when you ask me to go lay down and watch TV, it's probably not going to turn into sex.
Okay.
But if you do, I'm down. Because I know whatever night that ends in DAY, whatever night we choose, that is our night.
Right.
But you also got to know that is our night.
Right.
And don't be changing.
And see, it's so crazy.
Don't be changing. Don't necessarily wait for me to initiate.
Okay. We already established.
Ladies. Ladies, do not be afraid to initiate. I know. I get it. Same on this side. We don't like rejection either, but we with you. So more than likely, it's cracking. We want to be wanted. We want to be wanted.
Yeah.
Yes, we do understand you enjoy us. But we want to know you enjoy us so much that you going to start it. Don't have to be all the time.
Okay.
It's every now and again. Especially on our date nights.
Right. Plan.
Touche.
Plan for it.
Yeah.
And then again, to your point, so one of the challenges that I did with my wife, I call it a week of never too much.
Never too much.
That's where it came from. I was listening to Luther Vandross one day, and it was like,
Big
never
Luther,
too much.
Luther.
Right. Because he goes, 1,000 kisses is never too much. And I was like, well, what if we spent a week trying to get to 1,000 kisses?
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. Are you counting every one of those kisses?
No. But it's the fun in it.
That's the point.
Right.
So if we doing that throughout the whole week, by the time we get to our date night,
we good. We
ready.
prep.
We
gassed up.
Even if you having a bad day.
Because it's already in the mind. It's a mindset.
I may be having a bad day. I know it's going to make it better.
Then
And
so if but if you do have a situation to where it's like, say if my date night or my intimacy night might be a Thursday, but it might be a hell of it just didn't work out. It's not working out. I have a thing about, I might wake up and be like, yup, tonight is it's going down today.
Yeah.
And
However.
then he might have done something real nice, but then however, work, the schedule, and this and another, you're just exhausted at this point. Your man's already thinking, it's date night. I know I'm going to mess some ass today.
You can put it on the calendar.
And yeah, it's on the calendar. And then you're like, this is not happening today. I don't even feel good. It's just not,
again,
do we
communicate,
still
reschedule?
Reschedule. Can I get a rain check?
Look, it's fluid.
Yeah.
It's fluid because life does happen.
Right.
But if whoever initiates the rescheduling, right? Whenever that rescheduling is, then you need to come in enthusiastic because I got you.
Right.
So I know I was tired. Babe, no problem.
Right.
Let's reschedule for that. I got you. So when it comes, you
gotta put a little
already
extra
know because
motor.
I rescheduled. So I'm coming in enthusiastically.
Right.
Because it wasn't about you. But right now,
Right.
it's about you.
Right.
But that's the thing. So it has to be a fluid thing because life does happen. But when it does happen, be enthusiastic about it. And not every intimacy date night is necessarily a sexual encounter night.
Right.
That's why you have the yes, no, maybe list. That's why you have pleasure mapping. What are you into right now? What is your body feeling right now? As heterosexual couples, we don't ask each other, married or unmarried, what are you into?
Right. We don't.
Yeah, we don't.
If we were LGBTQ plus IA, then that usually how their conversations start. And it's no wonder why they have better and they have better sexual experiences than we do, and we over here thinking, oh, they're deviants. No, they're not.
No,
they actually a lot bit more in tune and more mature when it comes to that.
More sexually mature.
Yeah, because
So okay,
Yeah.
so then earlier, so
Mhm.
the piggyback, so we can make sure we coming in closing in well rounded. I asked, like, since we're all married couples at the table, so then for the single people,
Mhm.
when they're dating, you have the what is it, the 90-day rule or the 30-day rule
Yeah,
and
so-
all of this
yeah.
thing. But at what point is a good point? Because you don't want like your client scared off somebody.
Mhm.
When is a good point to either push that yes, no, maybe list in, or at least open up the conversation? I know it's going to depend on who's
'cause-
insecure and who's not,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
who's more comfortable and who's not.
Right.
But to somebody that's listening, that's dating, they really digging their person or whatever, is it I don't think you should put a day, a number on it, like wait 8 days and 7 hours. No.
Yeah.
Right.
At what point do you slide that conversation in?
Yeah, because then I'm thinking if I slide it in too early, they might be like, oh, shoot, it's about to go down
Yeah.
because we're talking about having sexual conversations,
Right. Right.
versus just the kind of like getting to know you.
Getting to know
That's the
you.
part of getting to know somebody, isn't
Right.
it?
I know you got to feel
Yeah.
comfortable for one, but what do you think?
I agree. There is no set time.
Mm-hmm.
It would be I would say when you're feeling the vibe, right? Especially for women, because y'all know it's gonna happen before we do.
That's what Jonathan said.
That's
Right.
true, though. Yeah.
Y'all know it's gonna happen before we do. So
Yeah.
if that's the case, then when you're feeling it, then the list should be introduced. But again, y'all are not necessarily in charge of your sexuality. So for y'all to slide
So
that
even think
in, that's
that,
saying
yes.
one thing. But that is an opportunity for you to have that conversation. Because if dude freaks out, then that's hold on. Then let me.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this freaking you out?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think women should woot 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 woot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That is very nice. I hope you find that person that you
Check
can
in.
enjoy
Yeah.
that with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am going to exit stage left.
And
Right.
that's so funny, because women know, because you women, we do, because we done put on the pretty panties that day for the day.
Speak on it.
We done waxed. We done, because we know that's a
Yeah.
girl. That's a good point, because we do.
Yeah.
We
Men
putting on
hope
the
we
set, which
know.
I hear men don't give a damn about the bra and panty set.
Right.
We okay.
You do?
Okay, I got in trouble for this.
I like
we
it. I like it.
don't,
I
but
like
we do. I very
Okay.
ignorantly said that we don't. We do.
Okay.
We like the pretty packaging. When I said that, it was a mistake. Guys, don't make this mistake. I was letting the emotions of the moment overtake me and not tapping in and enjoying the moment. So for you to put that on, I need to enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Because I need to enjoy what you did.
Yeah,
And I also need to enjoy all the things that you think are imperfect,
Perfect.
right?
Right.
So I know a lot of us, because we're pumped this, this image of beauty in front of us. Oh, you got to have a flat stomach
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and it doesn't matter because it's on you.
Right.
But,
You know,
but culturally too, it's crazy because being from the islands, from Jamaica or whatever, and a lot of the islands, America is pretty much one of the few countries that the way people look aesthetically is so important. When you're in Africa, when you're in the islands, women with big butts, hips, stomach, and all, they feel like that's
wealth.
That's
like,
wealth.
yeah,
That you're looking
yeah.
good. We love the bodies.
You
You,
live
know,
life. live
you
in
come to
fruitful-
America and it's like if you're not like pow pow pow,
Yeah.
then it's like almost shameful. You know,
yeah.
so women
I hate that
that
for us.
starts like
Look at his face.
you know it's no.
What?
So women are our own. It's like who we're doing this for
Y'all
when we
do
do
it for
that.
y'all.
I
Y'all do it
for
know who
each
you,
other.
I know who you're
It's
doing
for
it for.
It's like we sizing each other up.
Yeah.
Women size each other up.
Oh,
we
do.
do.
It's always a competition.
We really don't care.
Because I hear
to
it
that
over and over
degree.
again. Men like we don't care about that.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you look
It's a
good to me.
competition.
Oh,
Women have a competition
Right.
complex.
It-
Right.
But I think it's to the the standard that you guys give yourselves as opposed to what we
Right.
have.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
I think confidence is
Yeah.
important. I'm
Very
attracted to
very much
confidence.
so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. If we're out and about,
Yeah.
it is the Becky with the body.
But it's to the point where he's saying like taking control of your sexuality. It's more knowing that you're an object of desire, because that's what we're looking for.
Mhm.
Like it's an object of desire.
Mhm.
That's the first key thing we're gonna look at.
Right.
For you guys, it's love. That's what we want. On our end is we want that. That's the initial spark on our end. For me, that's what it is. Because someone say, "Oh, I can just hang out with this girl that I don't find attractive, but that's what I don't want. I
Right.
want this visually because that's what stimulates me on the front end
Right.
Mhm.
on that."
Right.
Well, I know what my mama told me when I got married. She said, "And don't be going to bed with them raggedy t-shirts on. Don't do that to him. You gonna get you." I was like, she said, "Don't do that to Mike. Don't do." I said, "Mom," she said,
the elders know.
Make sure it's matching.
She just said, "Go get me some stuff to sleep in, cause you know me, it's an old T-shirt.
Yeah,
you know, your little favorite shirt." She said, and it was so funny, but it resonated. She said, "Don't do that to Mike."
And you know, it's funny enough, sis, because like as of late,
go get you some gowns, go get you some sleep clothes.
That's true. Because
you
like
know,
seriously, even for me, like as of late, I'm been like, is it sexy? You in my little 90s, I'm like, I don't think this is as sexy as I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I feel like
some
older
of those things are not
in certain
comfortable to
things.
sleep in.
Right.
Some of those things are not
I like to be,
But she was like, be intentional with what. Don't just throw on your leggings and your old T-shirt.
Right.
That part. Be intentional.
Just be intentional.
Be intentional.
Yeah. Because visually, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
I was like,
I mean, but even for women too. Like, I want you to be intentional too. Sometimes, like, you know, what you wearing to bed?
Yeah.
You guys will look if you guys had the same kind of standard as a guy, we'd be fucked. As far as like a lot of dudes, but it let us know that you guys don't see it how we see it.
Oh, we do. We just don't say we don't say it.
But you guys are willing to go past that.
Yeah, but like in our minds,
but there is, of course, there's gonna be a level.
Because when we see a fine thing, I'm like, I'll be like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I know some of my wife's stuff. They're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
But in who you guys are more open as far as like there could be a dude that might be, you know, a little overweight, might not look great, but if he still has some swag, I guarantee you there's gonna be a girl where like, man, that hunchback, something about that hunchback. There's something about that hunchback. He got a little swag. I'm a little curious about what's going on with that.
Right. Yes.
On our end, we're like,
right. Yeah, that's true. That is true. We will give the hunchback a little.
No, for real. No, because a lot of people talk about how ugly Jay-Z is. I'm like, shit.
But Jay-Z got swag.
Yeah, he cute. Millionaires are cute.
Yeah. Because, you know what I mean? The clothing, this,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We're not looking, like he said, we're not looking at the same thing. And that's the mistake that we make.
To that point, you're like, oh, millions and all that. We could be like, oh, man, something about that girl behind that dumpster. Man, she got some pretty eyes. That girl at McDonald's, yeah, she fine.
Right.
She's fine. Because it's like, and I think even with like certain industries, where you could have 20 years in a certain game, and then a woman with a pretty face walks in, automatic wild card.
Yeah.
On that, because that's what we look at, you know,
right?
An object of desire.
And she may be stupid as hell.
But it levels the playing field for that moment. You're like, oh, 20 years to this pretty face?
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I got one more question. I don't know how much time I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Kind of going back to scripturally and religion and all of that stuff. So I know a lot of people may struggle with wanting to be more confident and open with their sexuality because in their minds, as they were taught, it's only for procreation. But then you would have one to argue. But so then, why are there pleasure spots then? If we're not supposed to enjoy this, then why is there a clitoris? Why is there a hot spot? Why is there this? Why is that? Why do your nipples get hard if it's not necessary to get pregnant for your nipples to get hard?
Right.
So why would why would God give us? Because there's people that will have this conversation. Yeah. We talked about it before, which is why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. So because I know you struggle with that. Of course, everybody does. If they especially when you're trying to live right and you're reading the scripture and you're trying to but then why I got this then? So,
but then you have the people too that says nothing is defiled in the bedroom if you're married and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
but I'm like,
marriage ain't for everybody.
Marriage, okay. So, but share your take on that.
Okay,
if anything.
It's funny. I thought about that on the way over here. So, for me personally, I was raised Baptist Christian.
You put something up high, I want you to make them fly. Throw them in the sky, throw them in the sky. Make everything collide, put all your stress aside. And let the music take you anywhere like tide. Cause it's me they calling the real loco. Mass play when I on the floor. Gal bend over and touch their toe.